I just want to get a videotape of it. Right across the street, you'll hit a Shinto shrine, stuck in the side like St. Patrick's. So, waiting limousines in the modern buildings in Shinjuku, and then over on the side, you get a Shinto shrine, the way St. Patrick's is nestled into the middle of Fifth Avenue. You can tell it's a shrine because of the Torii gate, T-O-R-I-I, Shinto shrine. Across the street, you have modern Tokyo. You've got present, following, and future. Following and future? What does that mean? Well, there's a bank of TV screens there advertising something. Bunch of stewardesses. They could be department store employees. They dress like stewardesses here. All the guys on their phones. Really what you think of as Tokyo.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. And over here, let's see what Shinto. I was here 2 days ago, and it gave me a different idea of what Shinto's really all about. Here we are next to the Hokuriku Bank, Shinjuku branch. We pass a picture of the tellers, and over here we have the shrine. You can recognize the Shinto shrines because of the Torii gate. Here it is, hidden down away from the traffic.
How did you ask who's that?
Oh, that's all right. You're going to be our demonstrator. We're in the back of the apartment buildings. These different lanterns and other places have been established by benefactors who pay for the privilege. And here, hidden away from the street, is quite a nice shrine. Since we've just come in from the street, we have to purify ourselves, and this structure is for chozu, the act of water purification. My assistant will demonstrate. Using a ladle, he pours water over one hand, in the palm, right? Then he pours it over his other palm. Yeah, ladle it up. Then he pours it over his other palm. All right. Well, got both the same palms. Then finally, he's supposed to rinse his mouth out.
What?
Yeah, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
I'm not doing that. You see if I will do that? No way.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Since we saw everybody else, sipping from these ladles, we're not going to do that. The more you get to know Shinto, the more it seems like Dao Jiao, the Taoist religion in China, which absorbed all the folk practices. Shinto, after all, just is Shen Dao, the way of the spirits in Chinese. Japan's religious vocabulary is borrowed from China. But this is the kind of thing I mean. It's all about fortune telling and augury and getting your wish. Here, they sell fortunes. You put in a 100 yen piece and you pull one out. My assistant will demonstrate. Okay, did you put in the 100 yen piece? All right, and then you pull out the fortune. Can you unwrap this fortune?
Yep.
This fortune-telling procedure is well, when they do it with sticks, it's called amikuji. There are wooden tablets here. Let's see. Yes, you can buy one of these for 600 yen. That would be about $4. They're called ema, and you write your prayer on the back of them. You can also, over on this side, buy omimori, which are sort of good luck charms, supposed to have mysterious powers to protect you. These are the different good luck charms. So what does your fortune say?
I'm unwrapping it. Wait, hold your horses.
After you've finished reading your fortune, you take the white paper and you tie it here, around here, I guess to help the gods recognize it. If you were willing to shell out $600, you can hang it here for everybody to see. You've written your wish on the back of it. This is the year of the ox, so everything is oxen now. And you can also throw money in there, and then you ring the bell, right? Do you remember what to do now? Now you stand and pray, and at the end you clap your hands twice to send your wish up. That's right. Inside the temple, there are no pictures of gods. There is one of the large, somebody said a prayer, one of the large drums there. And those are chains of, is it swans? Which is specifically for peace. The colored objects, chains of origami, I think they're swans. The guy who said his prayer certainly looked like a modern business type. It isn't all picturesque older ladies like this. And this is what a community shrine looks like, even in the middle of the modern city. The procedures are very similar to the Taoist temple procedures, the Tao Jiao, which sort of gathered up all of the folk animist traditions in China and gave them a home. Very little to do with the Tao Te Ching. This very imposing looking structure has iron bars in it, and that money goes down very deep. Nobody's going to get that out. This part of the shrine is even stranger and more interesting. These many torii gates that lead to a little shrine to the fox, who the Japanese farmers revered as a spirit guaranteeing good harvests. Needless to say, this kind of animism is very un-Buddhist. And the Shinto and Buddhist traditions are mildly jealous of each other, just mildly, so much so that it is etiquette when you're in the Shinto areas not to refer to Buddha, but to refer to him by special names, euphemisms, you might say. In the same way, when you're in the Buddhist precincts, you're not supposed to refer to the Shinto priests, who are called kanushi. This lady is fishing for money. She'll make her procession through to the end. There's a rope she puts her money in. And there's a rope also attached to a bell, which looks disconcertingly like a large American jingle bell. Nothing very regal about it. Oh God, I had to apologize. But she took it very good-humoredly. All of these inscriptions should refer to founders, benefactors. And there is the fox. And where she was praying, down on the end here, there's a large statue of the fox. She stopped, didn't go through the whole purification procedure. Went through down here under the torii and hit this jingle bell. In fact, this one really looks like just some jingle bells. But apparently that's sufficient. And down here, surrounded by foxes, somewhat the worse for wear, is the temple. Shinto. Two days ago, we saw this torii gate being put in place. It's brand new. But periodically, the Shinto temples are, I've read, torn down and re-erected. The most famous one is supposed to be torn down every 20 years. At least I've read that. Hard to believe. So when you hear about Shinto, you certainly get a very austere feeling. It doesn't sound a lot like the, just sort of folk religion, almost Sicilian, kind of Sicilian Catholicism, which it actually is. There's nobody here today shaking the sticks, but there was over the weekend. They shake the stick, you draw a stick and it has a number on it. I did that in southern China. It's the I Ching. It's the I Ching. It hasn't changed. It's just, finding your fortune. And then you the man reads your number and pulls you out the number that's in the number of that fortune. Since human beings can't intervene, you're letting the gods decide. It's an opportunity for the gods to enter. John Cage used to compose music that way. People keep coming up one by one, putting some money in, making their wish. But this is what we've come here to Japan to see. And that's why I'm at this very unprepossessing and ordinary shrine. You want to see the way the religion actually works in the life of a neighborhood. Not the way the books say it works. And you can't get that feeling unless you see it in the neighborhood at an ordinary place on an ordinary Monday, not a fantastic place on a special occasion.